Welcome to the Crypto Business Podcast brought to you by Token Minds. I am your host, Fritzy, the Senior Content Manager here at Token Minds, a creative engineering crypto and NFT agency helping businesses all over the world with their blockchain development, crypto marketing, and NFT token sales strategy. In this podcast, we will discuss any blockchain topic that is relevant for businesses and founders. Joining me today is Mr. Manuel Rodriguez and Mr. Ruben Antilla of GoDonor.com and ClearChainLife.com. Welcome, Mr. Manuel and Mr. Ruben. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you would like to introduce yourself to our audience, and who would like to go first?
Hey Fritzy, well, we do appreciate you having us on your show. We're really excited. I know you're up and coming, and this is going to be a really good opportunity for us to showcase our token. I'm Manuel Rodriguez. I am CEO of Donor Token, GoDonor.com, and I'm sitting here with you and Ruben.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ruben Antilla. I'm the Chief Crypto Market Analyst for GoDonor.com and also ClearChainLife.com. And it's a pleasure to have you host, Fritzy.
Thank you so much, both. Thank you so much, gentlemen. So we would like to, we can now dive into the questions. All right. So firstly, I'm curious to know how both of you got into crypto in the first place, and who would like to start?
Okay, yeah. So, I got into crypto in 2014, and it was by mistake actually. It's a long story, but I'll shorten it. I got into cryptocurrency because I was playing poker online, and the platform that I was utilizing, they used PayPal, but then they transitioned to Bitcoin. Is the transition to Bitcoin? So I went on and purchased 5 Bitcoin for $2,000, $400 a piece, and I went back to play, and they had already eliminated my account, saying that I was a bot. So I was stuck with 5 Bitcoin. So fast forward to 2016, Bitcoin starts to jump $3,000, $4,000, and it hits me that I do have a few Bitcoin. So I go back and I look at it, and sure enough, I have $15,000 worth of Bitcoin. And so then I said, this is exciting. So I think this is a really good opportunity for investment. I am in financial services for starters, so I went back and I put in another 150,000, and I purchased additional Bitcoin, and it continued to soar. As it did so, I started to look at different platforms. At that time, there wasn't many platforms for trading, but there was Binance, of course. One of the big ones that I used back then was something that's not around anymore, was Hit BTC. I started purchasing some of the token that I saw was having some success and growing, and it continued to do very well, and allowed me to learn a lot more. And here we are today. The rest is history. That's how I got into crypto. Ruben.
Well, for me, I come from a much more conservative angle. I spent 20 years in retail as a frontline manager, acquired my MBA from University of Redlands under business management. And even after trading stocks, options, and even dabbing into crypto in 2019, I was still very conservative, and still go back to my teachings in business is it's all about the triple bottom line. You got to make a profit. You got to be able to relate to folks, and you got to be able to show a product that's going to change the world. So for me, I was much more apprehensive to get into the crypto world, but with all of the knowledge and experience that Manuel and several other members of the firm had, I felt comfortable learning more about tokens, communities, and really felt comfortable knowing that we're creating some utility tokens that will change the whole industry.
All right, thank you so much, both. And my second question is actually, would you like to share your current projects right now? But I think I would want to really pivot from your answers by asking, how did your initial interest in investing in crypto and in Bitcoin transition to the current projects that you are working on right now?
Okay. Well, um, I'll start off. I like I said, I've been in financial services for 15 years. So, one of the main components that we help help clients with in mitigating potential financial loss is implementing life insurance to their current strategies. And because we do that, there is something called final expense life insurance, and it's basically the most the easiest type of insurance to for a person to be able to obtain. So, it's typically low amounts of coverage. It's also known as burial insurance. And as inflation started to really hit and skyrocket, I noticed that a lot of our clients, their $5,000 or $10,000 policies wasn't doing the trick anymore. It wasn't covering it for them. So I started looking at the options and the alternatives that came from crypto, and realized that could potentially tie death benefit to Bitcoin and allow clients to participate in an increasing death benefit that would allow them to keep up with inflation or even maybe surpass inflation. And so that's where ClearChain Life Company came to fruition. We're in the progress of the ICO right now with the ClearChain Life Company. It is an initial coin offering. Our objective is to do a full raise and then transition to our first purchase of large amount of Bitcoin that will be basically what we use as a reserve for our clients' policies. So that's in the progress right now. As we were working on that project, we started looking at different angles, and then I don't want to say stumbled upon, but we really came together and brainstormed the idea of GoDonor, a platform that would replicate as best possible or even better the GoDonor platform, sorry, the GoFundMe platform in the crypto space. And that's how we came up with GoDonor, which is much more dynamic when you come to see the options that will be available with GoDonor, like for instance the kickstarting ability that we have within, and so on. So, that's how I feel like we had our transition was initially because of the financial services life insurance opportunity. But now that we're in it, I think there's so much more and so many more projects that we have. That the light continues to go off, but I think that's ours. And Ruben's seen different angles of it, right, Ruben?
Definitely, definitely. Just to segue from what you were saying here, it really excites me to know that we're creating a business that a lot of people rest their head on NFTs or farming or yielding or what have you, and our go to is back to the cornerstone of business, which is producing a profit, and we feel really comfortable with our pricing power and going into the whether it's kickstarting or fundraising platform. We've created the platform. We have some really exciting causes that we would love to share with you if we have a little bit more time. But more so than anything, I just feel like we've created a platform and a native token that will produce value for not only just communities, underserved communities, but just really causes that resonate with not just crypto owners, but people who will own crypto. We realize that only 6% of the world owns crypto, and we have contingencies in place to include everybody. But the bigger picture here is that we're on the forefront, on the cusp of something revolutionary here.
All right. I can see that both of your projects that you're working on right now have, it's being used in the real world because, there are a lot of people who are just limited in thinking that crypto is just all in the digital space. And with that, I would just like to ask if, because I know that this is what you're doing right now, it has real world implication or effect. What makes these projects more special than the rest of the crypto projects that are currently on the market or are currently being worked on right now by other companies?
For starters, ClearChain Life Company is the first ever cryptocurrency final expense company. There is no other life insurance company that is tied to crypto, not at this point. We've had several different large current insurance carriers in the United States approach us about our project, look at the different angles of what we have going, and they've made us certain different offers that I can't really dwell into because of NDAs, but the utility of what we're bringing to the table, and the fact that we're offering something that is first of its kind tied to something that's trailblazing in the financial services, in their financial services in general. I think that that in itself is a huge differentiation from anybody or any other company in the industry right now with the clear chain life for starters. For GoDonor.com, there is kickstarting platforms, and there is ways to donate, just like there is in fiat. There's ways to donate, but there's no true, like that true go-to organization that brings the ability for organization to be able to help institutions or individuals be able to transfer funds, fundraise for campaigns, that type of stuff. So, although there is ways to do it, there's not that go-to. Like for instance, in fiat, we have that immediate light that triggers, and we're able to say, well, we can use GoFundMe. There's not that in crypto, and so we're excited to bring that. And I know our chief crypto marketing analyst Ruben here has a lot more in depth to it. So I don't know how deep he wants to go, but Ruben.
And I'll try to be as short as I can here, but this whole endeavor really excites me because, like I said, for 6 years now, I've been teaching, higher education business courses and have connected with underserved communities for nonprofits and also for low cost sports. So what really resonates for me is being able to be an instrument of change for a lot of these, and it doesn't have to be people in the U.S. This crypto transcends across borders, and we can help anybody. But more so, I'll expand a little bit on some of those causes. The first cause we have is a firefighter who, on his own dime, on his own time, takes it upon himself to aid police in arresting pedophiles. And we feel like that really resonates with a lot of people, and a lot of people will say, no, we do not accept pedophiles in our neighborhood. We do not, accept, that they're allowed to do what they do. So I think that's a real noble cause. And so you get someone like that, and then you combine that with another gentleman who's basically interviewing people who are having a tough time. And these are people who, may not have done drugs their whole life. They have an education and they're a little downtrodden. And some of these people have like over 500,000 views. And so, we've been very strategic in our marketing, and more so in a way where we want to make an instrumental change to the world. So, that's our true goal here is we want to be able to create a platform that will inevitably, as all crypto blockchain does, have a life of its own and have clear transparency. But at the same time, we have a moral obligation to create causes and showcase causes that resonate with folks.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. I'll just proceed with the next question. In talking about your experiences in crypto in general, were there any ups and downs, especially when you were coming up or working on the projects that you have currently right now?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you want me to start on this one, Ruben?
There's always challenges, but go ahead. You start, sir.
Yeah. This industry is brand new, right? So
Yeah.
you find it adding cryptocurrency to financial services in a decentralized world is something of a challenge in itself. So adding the different components and bolting on components isn't always just a straight shot. There's a lot of speed bumps that are hit. Not just in the actual business side of it too, but in the trading side of it. When I first got into it, I took my 150,000 and I turned it into 700,000, and I took that 700 and I then started buying an emerging token, and I was following a trend on that token, Bitcoin, by the way, and at that time it was 2018, and I was following a trend, and I said, it's going to double. So I bought 150,000 worth of that from the 700 that I had made, and it starts to go down. So I said, you know what? I'll dollar cost average it, and I bought another 150,000, and it continues to go down. And I said, you know what? At this point, I'm all in. So I ended up buying additional 300,000, and because I did see the trend going back up. I was out one day doing some purchases for my office, and I looked down, and my investment of nearly 700,000 was now uh, just a little over 1.5 million. So it doubled. And I said, okay, I got to get back to the office, and I got to transfer this into or to turn it into Tether. And so I get back to the office. One of my brokers sits there and starts talking to me for a little bit, and it completely dawns on me that, or completely slips my mind that, I have this transaction that I have to do. A few minutes go by, and he brings up crypto, and immediately I say, I looked down at my phone and I said, I have to do this transaction, but instead of it going down, it had gone up to 2.5, like $2.4 million. So I was able to extract 2.1 before then, start the transaction started to really just clog up. The remaining 400,000 I was able to pull out 2 weeks later. It was now 40,000 because they had dumped, but I ended up pulling out a little over $2.1 million, and that was even though it was an initial hurdle of watching all your investments start to dwindle. As anticipated, that pattern did bring it back up, and we ended up, you know, pulling out of that challenge. And for me, I think that's a really huge cornerstone and everything that we do now with crypto. For me in particular, because I know that if you follow a pattern or a trend long enough, and you educate yourself on something long enough, you're going to put yourself in a better position to have success. And I think for us, our companies are going to have as a team, we're going to have that mindset. So that's a challenge that we went through, and uh, there's many more, and Ruben could probably tell you about a couple himself.
Well, I'll be real short, and I will throw it back to you later, so you can give Fritzy here a little bit of encouragement about XRP. But before I even start, I'm going to say for sure the crypto scam complex is real. We're in the midst of it every day without regulation. We go on social media, and all you get is this person saying, "This person saved my life," and this person, changed my life, and follow this person on Telegram or this person in this room, and they're going to show you how to trade. And believe you me, I mean, I've been in it for a few years. Manuel has been trading some of the most volatile, assets, which is leveraged crypto futures, which is an amazing thing. You're basically predicting crypto at the minute, every minute, and he does it with quite precision. So in my terms, I'm looking at this like I'm awaiting regulation so that we can have a foundation to build on. And I love what we have right now with a utility based token that's that's profit generating. So I'm excited to see the future about this.
Great. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Do you have any suggestions or advices for people who would want to invest in crypto or NFT or the whole blockchain industry in general?
Who better than our chief crypto marketing analyst to start off answering?
No, definitely, and I'll start it off, and this could be hours of discussion, but there's some things that you really need to be aware of. If you have a crypto wallet, your keys are your wallet. That's basically it. If you don't own your keys, you don't own your wallet. You start sharing that, you start taking a picture of it, you compromise, and you don't have it safely, stored somewhere, written on a piece of paper. Those key phrase words, you can get into some trouble. Just going on the internet and just believing people on Telegram chat rooms, or just going on all these places and thinking that someone is an authority just because they say they're an authority. That goes back to our other premise, our other corporate culture here, is that no, if somebody tells you they're a crypto professional, they're probably not. So do your own due diligence. Read the white paper. The white paper is like the business plan in crypto terms. So you read that business plan, you have an understanding, at least somewhat of an understanding of how that crypto token is different than other tokens. But definitely put in the time, just like anything. I play racquetball. The only way I get good at racquetball is when I put in time, right? You have to put in time so that you can gain the experience, so that you can make these knowledgeable choices. And that would be some of my main advices. We can go down the line and say which exchanges to use, how to start it up, but that's a whole different avenue of discussion. But those would definitely be some of my top picks.
Yeah, just like Ruben said, it's just it's a new market, and with new market or new business plan, new frontiers come. negative aspects to everything that we're doing. So, as a matter of fact, their Chain Life company, which is the first ever cryptocurrency final expense company, is actually adding what's called legacy to their business plan. Legacy is actually a crypto vault that will allow individuals to safe place uh, their passwords or key phrases, so that way if they were to die, their family members would be the beneficiaries of that without losing the keys. Because you hear these stories, these horror stories of individuals losing their keys or passcodes and so on, and then they can't get back in. So what we're doing is we're building vaults that will then allow their beneficiaries to the crypto owners, beneficiaries, spouses, children, to have access to those wallet components that are necessary in order to access the wallets. On top of that, that feature will then also allow individuals to use it as an annuity type of option. In our current situation, we have annuities that are 10, 20 years long that individuals, put their retirement to 401ks, and they allow it to, potentially double every 10 years, so on. With crypto, we have Nathaji Medivir, who is the developer and founder of All True Coin. He's on our team, and he's one of our head developers. He's creating vaults that will allow us to allow individuals to safeguard their crypto while also participating in the growth of the market as well. That will then have the option to transfer that wealth if that individual were to die to their beneficiaries. So we're doing a lot in our industry, not just by helping bring the news or awareness to the community of the huge issues that could arise from being too trustworthy in cryptocurrency, but also too we're doing something to help transition that problem as well. So that's where we're at with it.
All right. I'm down to my last question. We'll go back to the projects that you're working at currently. What are your future plans that is related to the field in the crypto and blockchain or Web3 in general?
Ruben?
Well, like I said, my passion's really with GoDonor.com. I love the communal aspect of what we're going to do to change the world, and so looking forward, I'm putting in all of my efforts into making sure that this coin is not only successful, but that the business component behind it also has transformative change around the world. So that's basically my focus. Obviously, Manuel can talk about a lot of the other projects I'd be alongside with him on, but some very exciting stuff. Manuel, please share.
Yes, yes, absolutely. We do have other projects in place that we're excited about. We just seen the Ethereum 2.0 come to fruition. So, the transition is done. We're no longer mining with that. So, a lot of the equipment is now available at a very low cost. But what individuals forget is that equipment still you can still utilize it to mine other tokens. And so, we're looking at doing a large purchase of some of the equipment so we could start our own mining of additional tokens. That's one of the biggest things that I think will be it'll be huge for not just us, but too with the help of the blockchain transitions and so on and so forth. On top of that, we plan to with GoDonor.com, we're planning on really helping the campaigns that come on board for kickstarting their ideas. We're hoping to really highlight some of those huge ideas that will come into fruition or that are looking to come into fruition. We're looking to help them transition by not just showcasing their ideas, but also to bring in awareness of those projects. So I think that GoDonor.com is really going to be a vehicle for the transition of many, many projects that are going to be trailblazing in the industry that are going to be bringing a lot of dynamic change and utility. So we're excited about GoDonor.com.
Definitely. Yeah, just to expand on that a little bit more, Manuel always has his eye on the ball, and one of the things that he's recently launched is something called Lions Monarchy, which is what Manny, it's the first first
So,
autonomous.
so with Clear Chain Life Company, and thank you, Ruben. With Clear Chain Life Company, we wanted to go autonomous as far as the life insurance purchasing. We wanted to have the systems in place, which is out there. Uh, we were able to have be a part of that in the current life insurance market here in the U.S., which is basically an autonomous purchasing outlet for life insurance, which is lionsmonarchy.com. We want to take that technology that we have acquired through Lions Monarchy and transition it to Clear Chain Life Company. So it is an amazing opportunity. Thank you, Ruben, for bringing that up. But
No, that's why
just
I
a,
get so excited. I get really excited about these projects is because there's always this backbone behind it, and you always look for that, in a business component. One of the first things that I was looking at as well, like anybody can make a coin, anybody can just create something out of thin air and call it something, right? But no, we actually have accomplished developers, and the coin, for Go Donor, it has the potential to create its own ecosystem to one day we will have our own exchange. Uh, I can't say exactly when because I don't have a roadmap of exactly when, but the potential for us to go multi-chain, to go ecosystem, sky's the limit here. So a lot of that goes back to the people that were selected to do these duties, the developers, the people that run the gosh, I lost my train of thought. The marketing, all the stuff that goes behind, creating a crypto coin. There's a whole team behind this. It's not just someone that just bought a program. This is a multitude of different people. Our directors for SEC actually works in correlation with Disney. I mean, the credentials go on and on. So really excited to share more about the project, and thank you for giving us this opportunity, Fritzy.
absolutely, Fritzy. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, gentlemen. If you have any last words to our audience to invite them to check out your project and where they can see more details about it, Mr. Manuel?
Yes, absolutely. I would love for individuals to learn more about our project. I'd love for them to go to our website and download our white paper for Clear Chain Life Company. The website is Clear Chain Life Company. Sorry, clearchainlife.com. Clearchainlife.com. And then for Donor Token, which is our fundraising and kickstarting platform, godonor.com is godonr.com. Also remember too that Go Donor is actually live on 3 different exchanges, including AZBit, CoinsBit, and Local Trade. So the token is live. Individuals are able to purchase it for trading. Also, too, on top of that, too, I'd like to encourage listeners to really just stay tuned and honed into your platform, Fitzy, and to start listening to the projects that you're bringing to the table, because this is really enlightening to be able to put together something that's going to help the crypto world really just start learning more about what's available out there. So these type of platforms are really necessary, and we appreciate you for having it. And we hope that people start really just piling up and to view what you have and the individuals that you bring on to listen to. So thank you again, Fritzy.
Very good, Fritzy. Thank you. Real quick, I'll just be very brief. We're talking about a token that costs less than a penny and is already greater than the SHIB, SHIB token or whatever they got going on, right? So, it's definitely worth taking a look at that website. Again, thank you, Fritzy, for this opportunity. We plan to you might even see a billboard on the 10 freeway. Coming from Arizona, you might catch some of our causes there. We're definitely going to start marketing some of these causes to make that transformative change. So again, thank you for this opportunity, Fritzy.
All right. Thank you so much, gentlemen. There you have it, Mr. Manuel and Mr. Ruben from godonor.com and clearchainlife.com. Thank you so much for joining me today, gentlemen. Have a
All
good
right.
day.